Hello. Okay, so I'm going to send you guys some announcements before we have class tonight so that you guys can just be prepared. I want to send them at least once a week. Normally it's going to be on Mondays, but this week that just did not happen. So, hello. Happy Thursday. Happy class day. Again, let me know if you have an issue with taking class tonight, but we will still be holding class 6:15 to 7:15. So I'm just going to go through my announcements. I wrote them down. Today we are cleaning the last section of Saints, which we actually cleaned in class already physically. So it really should already be clean, but I'm still gonna do it because we've cleaned the end, we've cleaned the beginning, and now we're just gonna clean the middle. And I'm gonna split it up into 2 videos tonight. So I'm gonna have the first part of the middle in a video, and then the second part of the middle in a video, but I still need you to film all of it and send it to me. And I'll make this really clear in the videos I send tonight. But just so you know, we're cleaning that middle part, picking up right where you left off after last week's choreography that we cleaned. And I do have a few changes in that just to make it a little bit easier because we're all just gonna dance the same exact directions. I know I gave y'all, some people going left and some people going right. And I think that that's a lot easier when you're in class, but since we're doing class virtually for a while, we are not going to do that. So just really pay attention to the cleaning tonight, every single detail, you guys. Some of my critiques that I'm going to be sending y'all from last week are honestly just going to be, hey, go back and watch the video, because I'm really detailed on if your feet should be together or if your feet should be apart or if you use the right arm or left arm. Really, really pay attention. Is your head, forward, or is it down, or is it whatever the case may be? Really, really study those. I know that we have class fast, and so the videos don't necessarily reflect exactly how you're going to do it on stage, or exactly if you know it, you might have messed up. But just make sure that if you are one of the ones that is confused on that stuff or gets a critique that says go back and watch the video, that throughout the week you are doing that, and you're also practicing throughout the week and not just for 1 hour a week, or it's just going to be a little bit difficult for your body to pick up that muscle memory. So give yourself the best chance to succeed by practicing throughout the week. Ask questions too with your PIPs. If they did a part that was really great and that's a part you're struggling with, ask them in your PIP group, text them, do whatever you got to do. But you should have a lot of people that you can lean on right now during these virtual classes if you're struggling. I'm one of those people, but if you, don't feel comfortable with that, or you would rather ask like a peer, you can ask your PIP, use them for that especially. Go back in your PIP groups and read. So I put a bunch of stuff I want y'all to do. 2 things. One of them was how I want you to critique, which I'll get to that in a second. And the other one was a Zoom call. I just want y'all to just be able to see each other, and it could be 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be very long, but so just be talking in your PIP groups, if you haven't already, which I don't think anyone has, about y'all's availability to just catch up. What time works for you guys, and then I will give y'all the instructions from there, but y'all have to kind of work out the time first, okay? So be doing that. Go back in the PIP group if you're confused at what I'm talking about, and read my post my very first post in your PIP group. Just scroll up and read that, and you'll know what I'm talking about. The second thing I wanted to talk about is critiques. So every single week, hopefully you can get your critique to your PIP by Sunday so they can practice, because my critiques might take a week long, just because there's so much for me to do. But you only have 1 person to critique or 2 people to critique, so it shouldn't take you as long. Obviously there's grace there, but just try to get those by Sunday. It's best for practicing purposes for your PIP. And then also I wanted to talk about critiques. So don't be scared to critique, you guys. Don't be scared to give a correction, and really look at it. Like, really watch the dance at least twice and give specific critiques. So it's been really fun to listen to y'all encourage each other. Y'all are really great with the positive critiques. I think sometimes we have trouble giving a growth critique because we don't want to be mean, but you guys, I just want y'all to know that it's helpful. It's not mean. And y'all's hearts all love each other anyway, so it's not going to come across that way. But just know that it's important to give correction. So for instance, if their head wasn't turned to the side, but it was supposed to, or their feet were supposed to be together on a certain part, that's what you can correct. I think we all need to work on confidence. I think we all need to work on performance. So try to make it a little bit more specific about a dance move, or something like that. Something specific to a dance move, or maybe they didn't smile, or maybe they looked down, or even if you heard me correct something on them a lot, because I know we have some people that look down a lot, and you saw them doing that, that would be a good critique. Like, hey, you're still looking down, or hey. So really try to make it as specific as possible to give them as much help as possible, because you guys, we don't get to be with each other until May. And it is just hard when you're dancing to a camera and you don't know what you look like. You don't have a mirror. So these critiques are basically your mirror. So it's helpful. It's really helpful for dancers. So just know that you're helping and give them as specific as possible. Let's see. Two things. New dance captains and new PIPs are coming. We're still going to be doing that. So we're going to have the ones we have for a couple more weeks, and we're still going to be changing those. You're still going to have jobs as dance captain, still going to have responsibilities. Y'all know the PIP groups are still going to be used critiques and other things I have planned. So just know that those changes are still coming. We're still doing that so that you can get to know some other dancers and so that some other people get to lead. So yeah, we're still going to continue that. Just because we're meeting like this doesn't mean that we're not going to continue that. We still have an April 16th deadline for Saints. So let me further explain this. I know it's tough, all the changes going on in your life right now, and I feel for you, and I am with you on that. This is definitely not easy for me to teach this way. I hope that you guys are getting a lot out of it, and I'm doing my best. I just wanted to be vulnerable, saying, it's not easy, and I definitely feel for you guys too, to have to film. Like, I dread it too. I'm about to go film your videos for tonight, and I'm like, oh. But it's what we have to do right now. So I'm just glad that we're all together on this. We're all doing our best with that. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time to film, even if you're out of your comfort zone a little bit. But I did want to talk to you about Saints and No Chains and my decision that I made last week to potentially not have everyone in the piece. So I am not saying that we're not going to have everyone in the piece. I'm just saying potentially that could be something that happens. And this is why. Learning virtually, the way we're doing now through video, is a learned skill. And it takes a different part of your brain than learning a dance in person. It is not the same, contrary to belief. And I'm sure y'all realize it's not the same. It actually takes a lot of years to hone the skill. And that's just something that y'all have never experienced before. And so I don't have those expectations of you guys that these dances are going to be perfect, you learning them through a video. And the thing about No Chains is you would be learning the whole thing through a video. And that is tough, you guys. And it is my job as an educator to gauge what is an appropriate amount of a challenge for you and what is too much of a burden on you to make this no longer fun. And that is my job. And I pride myself in that, and I take it really seriously. And so as much as we all want the end goal to us all be on stage right now, these are the cards we're dealt. And when I made the decision that we were all doing 2 dances, this was not going on. COVID-19 was not a thing. We were in class, and I knew that I could control the learning environment, and I knew that you all were prepared to learn in person 2 dances. Now I've had to readjust my thinking and our plans, just like we had to adjust the recital date. And so I hope you all understand that this is because I love you guys. This is because I don't want to put too much on you. And at the end of the day, when we get back in the studio, it will be expected that whatever dances you know, whether that's just one, which is Saints, or both, which is Saints and No Chains, they will need to be close to stage ready. And I think it's really unfair for me to make some of you learn all virtually one dance if it's just too much, and that is my job to gauge that, and I'm going to do the best I can. And that's why I'm here. If you have questions about No Saints and you want to make sure you do No Chains, just work really hard and do the best you can. But guys, we are all doing Saints. We will all be on stage together. That dance is amazing. Don't forget that feeling that you had when you first listened to the song and when you first learned it. People are gonna love it, and I'm really excited for us all to be on stage with that one. But we're just gonna do the best we can with no chains, and whoever gets to be in that dance is gonna do amazing as well. So we're just trying to keep this still fun for you guys. That's the point. Dance is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a challenge, but it's not supposed to be burdensome. And so there's a fine line with virtual learning on what is still going to be fun and what's going to be too much and burdensome. And that's my job as the educator to kind of make sure that we're not crossing that line. And I feel like it would be if I required everyone to do it. So what I'm doing is you need to send me a video of you doing Saints from the beginning to the end if you feel ready to learn another dance. And I need that video by April 16th, by the end of the night. If you don't feel ready to learn another dance, let's just do Saints. I'm with you on that. But if you're like, no, I really want to do no chains, then I'm going to need to see that. And then I will let you know where we're at. I will either give you critiques back so that you can work on it before April 16th and send me another video, or I'll just say, hey, you know what? Let's just stick with Saints because I just think that virtually learning another dance isn't going to be in the best interest of you guys right now. Okay, so I will let you know that as I get those videos. But again, you only have to send those videos if you're interested in doing no Saints. So hopefully that clarifies it a little bit more so you can know where my heart is and you can know that I'm just doing the best I can with all these new changes, and I know you guys are too. So I will see y'all for class tonight at 6:15 on the dot. We are going to be doing an Easter devotional, obviously. I'm sure that's a shock, but an Easter devotional, and then we are going to do a little bit longer of a stretch and warm up. It's going to be together, but it's going to be about 20 minutes long, a 20-minute long video. But it'll be the warm up and stretch in one. And then we're gonna clean the middle of that dance. So keep practicing. I will get you those critiques before tonight, and make sure you're going back to that PIP page and reading that. All right, bye.